Dr. Rashid made sure that I was served a fish today in the lunch. And I told him that when you feed me a fish, it's only for a day. But if you teach me how to fish, you will feed me for the life. So I have just eaten one fish today. So the focus will be only for today, not a sustainable development role model. As we say, that education is one of the major drivers for sustainable development. And any change that we expect in the society is the end result of learning. It is said, Albert Einstein once told that once you have forgotten whatever you have read at the school, what will be remaining with you will be your education. Today, when I start my presentation, when we are talking about today, Dr. Rashid was mentioning about critical thinking, which is part of both critical and lateral thinking. The most important aspect is in education, we expect intelligence and character. This is what is critical thinking, the end result of critical thinking. When we are talking about society, if you look at last 100 years, from the last century moving on to this century, the biggest change that has happened in the society have all happened through inventions and discoveries which would not have been possible without education. That has been the foundation on which the new society is built up. And in one of our congresses, this was being mentioned that when we sleep and we get up in the morning, the knowledge domain has doubled. To put it lightly, it was told that we wake up half stupid. That is the power of knowledge we are talking about. And when we are talking about developing and underdeveloped countries, these are the places where access to education is totally missing. Now, what is coming more, the region we are in, we'll also be discussing in terms of the conflict zones. But the world identified in 1992 during the Rio Summit the role of education, and it was decided that EFS, Education for Sustainability, will be the key word. 96, 97, a lot of deliberations were done, and in 2002 in Joburg, again, education was considered the key for the capacity building for any change happening in the globe. 2005, UN adopted it as the year for learning, education for sustainable development. It has been a decade which had still, we will find out that many of the goals which were set were left unfinished because of the funds. Investment in education which pays the best return on investment or the best interest. Moving ahead, we all are in a zone which is right now a conflict zone. And if you look back, take example of any of the conflict zones, what has happened, then anybody with even slight means have left that place. They are no more there.